Hey guys, welcome back to another video where today we're going to be exploring the landfill that is Twitter and why it should be deleted. But then again, that might be coming sooner than we thought. A few months ago I was laying down on my bed naked, naturally cuffing my testicles in the palm of my hands, when I came across a thread of tweets that stood out of the ordinary of the other dog shit landfill that is Twitter. However, these ones just made me wonder why the person even had a platform to begin with. Then I remembered it was Twitter. The person we're going to be talking about today is Michaela. Now, Michaela is a Twitch streamer that is mostly known for the fact that she's dating other popular Twitch streamer Tyler One. However, before you even know that, she's most probably knocking at your door right now to tell you that, as that's all her personality is. She makes sure that you know that her boyfriend is Tyler One above all else. Now, Michaela is well known for not knowing when to shut the fuck up, as most of her opinions on Twitter are very dumb. Although that is basically right out of the handbook of Twitter as soon as you sign up as a new member. But that's basically what we're going to be looking at today in this landfill. So during the first 24 hours of the Ukraine war that was caused by Russia, Twitter was questionable, but not too questionable. I mean, for some reason, Keemstar was reporting on it, and he basically broke down how it even started for some reason. I guess like the YouTube drama kind of dried off, and so he kind of transitioned into warfare journalism.
Listen, here's the deal. Ukraine had a bunch of nukes, and they gave up all their nukes as long as NATO would defend them. For those that don't know what NATO is a group of countries that have partnered together, and they're like, you know what, we're going to be the Avengers, right?
An activist with a very long name, Anna Lynn McCord, posted a video about how Putin didn't receive enough love when he was younger and how she was willing to replace his mother and give him that love that he deserves. Which, I mean, the guy's fucking 60, bitch. What in the fuck are you smoking?
Dear President Vladimir Putin, I'm so sorry that I was not your mother. If I was your mother, you would have been so loved, held in the arms of joyous light. Never would the stories plight the world unfurled before our eyes, a pure demise of nations sitting peaceful under the night sky. If I was your mother, creeping into the storm. So much laughter and joy and nothing would be harm. I can't imagine the...
And honestly, by the looks of her, it looks like I know where Adriel got that little fetish from. Anyway, but this is the tweet that basically caused all this drama. Quote, Kanye would stop this war if he was president. True, end quote. Which, like, looking at it now, Kanye would do a lot of things if he was in the power of presidency. But, you know, I don't know why the fuck she put true at the end. Like, it's a Discord reactionary thing and she's trying to get others to click on her. It's just fucking weird. Like, I don't know. But regardless of that, it's just a little, like, inappropriate, I guess, to tweet that 24 hours even like before, like after the war even like begun. It's like civilians are getting like airstrikes called on them and you're fucking talking about how Kanye would have prevented it. Like, fucking relax, bro. Now, I'm definitely guilty of making these jokes. However, I think the difference is that whether or not you say them on a public and private platform. And I think Twitter isn't really a good place to kind of voice your opinions like that when they're, like I said, people like civilians getting air bombed. But then again, like, Michaela's tweets aren't really that like shy away of kind of being this controversial and like, you know, unpopular. She's kind of branded herself as being just that. And so I can kind of understand why she made that and why she continues to make these kind of tweets. However, they are just kind of like a violation on the eyes when she basically wants to say, tweet out that she wants like Greek God X to plump her with his BBC, where, you know, last time I checked he wasn't black, but with the route that he's going down, I'm pretty sure he would justify it somehow.
I like to do this to simulate like I'm drinking from a river. It tastes better. Does anybody else do this?
But excluding all that, like I just said, I really wanted to kind of look at the aftermath of the situation, as I feel like that is more interesting to kind of highlight her behavior and kind of like inability to really take control of the situation and just blatantly lie. But before we get into that, I really wanted to go into another situation just as a quick detour. I think 2 years ago she was playing Valorant. And some random low-level hillbilly basically wished that she got R-worded, which is, you know, honestly, like if you've played Valorant, like this is a dime a dozen. Like it's bad, but so many people say this shit and they never get banned. However, this clip got pretty popular, and so PG-13 Jake Lucky actually contacted a person that he knew at Riot Games and got that account banned. What was Michaela's response to this? Now, she got actually upset that he did this because she says that if she actually needed help with this situation, she should have asked her boyfriend. Who's her boyfriend? Who's her boyfriend? Ding, 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 ding. Tyler 1. Of course she would have asked her fucking boyfriend, bro. Did you know she had a boyfriend, by the way? Why is she acting like Jake Lucky was just waiting for the fact that maybe if one day Michaela breaks up with Tyler 1 and he's gonna be waiting there at her front door, one knee on the ground with his fedora tipped, rose in the mouth, and go, Michaela, do you remember when I banned that guy in Valorant for you? Like, bro, he was just being nice. Like, fucking relax, man. And I think XUC really had a good point with this. He says, I think it has less to do with you personally and more to do with the fact that this person seemed comfortable saying stuff like that, and not every woman will handle it like you did. Riot is trying to establish a safe environment for their players to enjoy their game. And it's like, no shit. Like, I don't understand why she didn't think of this in the first place. Like, how fucking egotistical can you... Well, she's a streamer, so never mind. But yeah, like, obviously these tweets were deleted. I don't know if she still thinks this. I don't know if she's gone back on this. I don't know if XUC, like, fucking, like, just made her wake up with that tweet. But regardless, I mean, I just kind of wanted to paint that picture as to how she kind of does think as we move forward. Now, after receiving a lot of backlash, she replied with all of the backlash with simply saying, quote, my Kanye tweet was funny as fuck, quote, which is like, relax. It wasn't that funny. It was more so like an exhale out of the nose, if that. Like, you gotta really like step up your comedy, like fucking like bar there. But Cloud9 got really annoyed at this, and they basically told her to take it down. As they would, because it's bad publicity, and why would they want to be associated with tweets like that? However, she basically tweeted, quote, I don't regret it, FYI. Org made me take it down. You know who you're following, it ain't my problem to make y'all feel good, or to be the good guy. Now, before I continue, just guess what she's gonna say. Just guess. I'm not even gonna give you options because you know what she's gonna say. Just remind you, I'm someone's girlfriend. I don't care about you, ever. Remember that I'm here for money. She then followed it up by saying, I don't care if I'm a bitch or ugly or nothing without Tyler. Damn, bitch, stop fucking mentioning him. You're not wrong. You are 100% right. I'm here to make money for the kids I hope to have someday. I'm not getting off contemplating my life over randoms online. It's about the money. Get the money, move on. Sorry, y'all. God damn. Now, because this all happened, it's not quite sure whether or not she was actually kicked out of Cloud9, whether she left, or whether she was just told to leave, and if she didn't leave, she would just get kicked anyway. Yo, just a quick editor's note, she actually asked to leave herself after voting on it on her Twitter, so just to clear that up. So we're not really 100% sure, however, she basically went to comment, kind of just continue on and said that she's only popular because of people like Tyler 1. We know, we've heard you 20 times say that, don't worry. But like, I just don't understand the hypocrisy that some Twitch streamers kind of have. I feel like as soon as you reach Twitch partner, they kind of give you a handbook on how to be a hypocrite, because it makes no sense as to what she's saying. She's saying that she left Cloud9 or got kicked, whatever the fuck, and that she's doing it for money, but wouldn't leaving Cloud9 end you up with less money? Even if they're not directly paying you a large sum of money or any money, why the fuck wouldn't you just be in their org anyway? Because your brand has more weight to it. You're able to get more sponsorships. You're able to be taken seriously. What are you on about? Now, if you want to leave Cloud9, that's 100% your decision, and you're able to do that. It is your platform, and however you want to be represented is your decision. However, you can't blame a corporation for essentially wanting you to take down a tweet after you've like essentially made them look bad. Like, do you think Cloud9 lives for the fact that their boyfriend is also Tyler 1 and that they can get out of any fucking like financial situation because they can just bring that up all the time? Like, what are you on about? And look, I definitely think that a content creator should be held responsible for the things that they say if they are out of line. I've seen countless examples. You know, for example, Dream posting this video for some fucking reason.
He say that I'm good enough, cover my think about shit that I shouldn't know. So I tell him it's one of me, he making fun of me. His girl is a bum to me, like that boy is a cat. Saying he home, but I know where he at. Like, bet he blowing her.
But it also begs the question, why the fuck are you even complaining in the first place? You're saying that you're doing this for money, which is fine, who gives a shit? But why would you then leave Cloud9? That makes no sense, you're clearly lying. Like, look at this clip.
Without C9, I make average like 4,800. With C9, I was making like 8-9K a month. Total.
Now, someone needs to watch a little more business TikToks because that shit don't add up. And like I said, if you wanted to leave Cloud9 to have more freedom of your platform, that's fine, but don't be a hypocrite. And this also brings up another question where is the kind of line drawn with this stuff? People in her replies were saying that her Kanye tweet was a lot of hypocrisy. As she said, tweeted previously, quote, "What is going on right now isn't something that you just sweep under the rug. People lose their lives because of the color of their skin. And I'm undoubtedly sure that if that happened to someone you'd loved, you would be speaking on it. Stop thinking about yourselves and think about others." This is obviously in relation to the George Floyd situation. However, people obviously were pointing this out as an example and saying, well, why do you stand up for this when you should also be standing up for this? Where it's like, well, you know, everyone will obviously draw the line of morality of what they can make fun of and what they can stand behind wherever they are standing. However, when someone says, quote, "Okay, hopefully you and your future children will not experience the horror of seeing your loved ones get killed right in front of your eyes," end quote, maybe you shouldn't reply with, "That happens. It's life. It is what it is." Now, one of the things that I'm actually curious to hear from the you guys is whether or not this tweet holds the same kind of weight as the same people that make the traditional edgy jokes about, you know, 9/11 and the Holocaust, etc., etc. But aside of all that, I just think that her mentality of basically, here are all of my insecurities, so you can't insult me, but I'm also going to try and defend something dumb that is really dumb. Oh, and by the way, I'm also here to make money off you, is just a really lazy, just like response. And it's a lazy way to make kind of like against criticism when you just posted a mid as fuck tweet. Like, just accept it and move on. Like, who cares? And as I've said before, if you do want to make your brand over you being toxic and you're not giving a fuck and etc, etc, I also think you need to do a few things. So the first thing is be more open about who your boyfriend is, because a few people aren't really fully aware of that. And I think that'll also help you. And the second one is to also rejoin the Housewives podcast. I hear that Adept is going to be getting a house soon, so maybe you all can move in, and then maybe that'll help you with your money troubles after leaving C9. But anyway, that's going to be all for today's video. Thank you for disliking and unsubscribing. I really appreciate it. But please do genuinely leave a comment, because I'm not 100% about this opinion, and I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. Again, I don't hate Michaela, so please don't go harass her. I'm just making a video because I thought it was interesting to just point out another creator's hypocrisy, I guess. I don't think that she has ill intent. I think that she just had a bad opinion. I don't think she should be crucified. She was just being quirky, as all women are. But with that said, I really wanted to end the video with this clip from NMP, which I thought was really good, and I think a lot of people should follow it.
I cook. Oh yeah.
But look, whether or not Michaela, you know, follows that advice, that's completely up to her. You know, that happens. It's life. It is what it is.